Welcome, dear students. In previous lecture, we have discussed about what is transistor, how transistor is different from the diodes, rectifiers, how many terminals transistor have. So we have discussed overview about the transistor. Again, in today's lecture, we will discuss about introduction part of transistor, then uh, the types of transistor like NPN transistor, PNP transistor, construction of this. So transistor already we have discussed, it have a three layer. As we have know, the diode have two terminals, anode and cathode only, but here in transistor there are three terminals, emitter, base and collector, and three layers means NPN, either it is NPN or either it is PNP. So in semiconductor device like a diode cannot amplify a signal, therefore its application area is limited. The next logical step in the development of semiconductor device after diode is a bipolar junction transistor. Transistor is a three-terminal device. The terminal are collector, emitter and base, out of which is a control terminal. A signal of a small amplitude applied to the base is available in the magnify from at the collector of the transistor. This is the amplification provided by a BJT. Thus, a large power signal is obtained from a small power signal. The additional power required for this operation is obtained from an external source of DC power. BJT means bipolar junction transistor is the basic building block of almost all the electronic circuit, right from a simple regulator or oscillator circuit, logic gates to a digital computer. Before the invention of transistor, vacuum tubes were being used for amplification applications. So transistor definition can define in form: the term transistor was derived from the words transfer and resistor. This term was adopted because it best describes the operation of a transistor, which is the transfer of an input signal current from a low resistance circuit to a high resistance circuit. Why is it called a bipolar transistor? The conduction in a bipolar junction transistor takes place due to both electrons and holes. That is why it is called as a bipolar transistor. If the conduction takes place due to only one type of carriers, the majority carriers, then the transistor is called as unipolar transistor. The example of a unipolar device is the field effect transistor. There are the two types of transistor. One is NPN and PNP transistor. So these symbols you can draw in your notebook: NPN transistor and PNP transistor symbols. The symbols of the NPN and PNP transistor are more popular than the NPN transistor are more popular as compared to the PNP transistor. The arrow is always placed on the emitter terminal and the arrow direction indicates the direction of conventional current flow of emitter current. As a construction point of view of BJT, the most important point about the construction of transistor, the NPN transistor is formed by sandwiching a thin p-type semiconductor between two n-type semiconductors, where PNP transistor is formed by sandwiching a thin n-type semiconductor between two p-type semiconductors. In both the types, base comes in between collector and emitter region. Base is always a thin and lightly doped layer, where emitter and collector layers are much wider than the base and are heavily doped. The emitter is the most heavily doped layer because it has to emit or inject the electrons, and the collector area is slightly larger than the emitter area. The collector area is largest because it is required to dissipate more heat. Naming of the transistor. This is the constructional diagram for NPN and PNP transistor, and this is the actual symbolic representation of the NPN and PNP transistors. Transistor has three sections of dope semiconductor. One side is called, you can see in the figure, is the emitter, and opposite side of this is the collector. The middle section is called as the base. The role of emitter is the section of one side that supplies carrier. So this is called as the emitter. Emitter is always forward bias to base so it can supply carriers. For NPN transistor, emitter supply holes to its junction. For PNP transistor, emitter supply electron to its junction. Then collector. The section on the other side that collects carrier is called as the collector. The collector is always reverse bias with respect to the base. For NPN transistor, collector receives holes to its junction. For PNP transistor, collector receives electron to its junction. Base, the middle section which forms two PN junctions between emitter and collector, is called as the base. Now you can see the operational diagram for NPN transistor. Here in this diagram you can see the N section, P section, and again N section, and then the how the battery is connected in the diagram. So here the positive supply will forward bias and the base emitter junction, and the voltage will be reverse bias the collector to base junction. Thus the NPN transistor is biased to operate in its forward active region. Hence the width of the depletion region for base to emitter junction is very small, but that at the collector to base junction is a large. The electrons which are the majority carriers in the n type emitter will start flowing towards the p type base as shown in front of your figure. This will constitute the emitter current IE. Electrons moving from the emitter to base have three options. Number one is they recombine with the holes present in the base. As the base region is thin and lightly doped, the number of holes is a few. Hence, out of the total injected electrons from the emitter, a very few recombine with the holes in the base region. This constitute the base current IB. Thus, here the base current flows due to recombination of the electron and holes. Base current is therefore small as compared to the emitter current, up to 2% of total emitter current. Second point here is some of the electron diffuse through the base and out of the base connections. Number 3, the remaining large number of electrons will pass through the depletion region of CB junction, means collector to base junction, and pass through the collector region to the positive end of the external power supply. The collector current IC is much larger than the base current. The operation of NPN transistor here in the forward bias, the base to emitter junction reduces the barrier potential and causes the electron to flow from the N type emitter to P type emitter. So the holes also will flow from the P type base to N type emitter. But as the base is more lightly doped than the emitter, almost all the current flowing across the base to emitter junction consists of the electrons entering the base from the emitter. Hence, electrons are the majority carriers in the NPN transistor. Some of the electrons entering into the base region do not reach the collector region. Instead, they flow out of the base terminal through the base connection due to recombination. As the base region is very thin and lightly doped, there are very few holes available in the base region for recombination. Hence, about 2% electrons will flow out of base due to recombination. The remaining 98% electrons across the reverse bias collector junction to constitute the collector current. They cross the collector region and are collected by the supply. The emitter current is equal to the sum of collector and base current. So the final equation, you can see the emitter current IE equals to sum of collector current, means IC plus base current IB. So this is the equation for emitter current is equals to IC plus IB.